Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. I promise you today is going to be short. Okay, first of all, I went to the event. I came home, I snuck out of there after about an hour. I wasn't feeling the best today. Actually, last night I wasn't feeling the best, and then it just kind of left me tired. So I said, okay, I'm not going to do too much while there. So I worked a little bit, and then I skedaddled after an hour. Emily had already told me. She took one look at me and knew that I was wore out. And so she was like, you can leave, whenever you tire out or you're ready. So that's what I did. So my cousin attended the event. As you saw on the first video that I posted of the event, I did 2 short videos. The first video was a little bit longer, but the camera had cut off and I had no idea that that had happened. But at least it got the most important parts. It showed the beginning of the event and Emily explaining about this seed that she hooked me up with. She got it out of her garden. And so I might have to send it to you, Renee, and Diana, because you're in Zone 7B, so you can grow it. You can winterize it, and it should survive. As Emily stated in the first video, it won't survive here unless I try to overwinter it in the greenhouse. So I probably won't plant it because it can get up to 8 feet tall. But it's a nice seed, and she explained it and everything. So, when you listen to it, let me know if that's something you're interested in. Okay. Secondly, I was out here early this morning, and Booger, the groundhog, went strutting across the yard as if he was on his way out to a party somewhere. And he peeped into the greenhouse. So okay, so now he knows there's food in here. So I put my welcome mat out, and I got my long bricks, and I secured it a little bit more just in case he tries to get in, because it's possible. I haven't seen him since, but that was this morning. Groundhogs are usually active in the morning anyway, and every now and then I'll see one in the evening. So that lets me know, okay, I'ma prioritize getting the roof shored up in here. But after that, and possibly the following day, I will be getting my wood to remove that lattice and get the groundhog den once and for all sealed in. So either Booger's going to be entombed, or he's going to come home that night and find that he no longer has a residence. So that's next on the agenda. And so this weekend, well, we're supposed to get rain all day tomorrow. So it's been a pattern here. We get rain one day, sunshine the next, rain the next day, sunshine. It's been that way for the past week here. So I'll be glad when it's over and done with. I mean, I don't mind the rain, but we need to slow it down a little bit. I don't want my garlic and potatoes to get watered down or whatever. Okay, so at the event, I donated my credits. I had 16 credits total, so each plant was $1, and a few plants were $2, plants that are more rare. And so I ended up spending, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually $6 in credits, and then I donated the rest. So I donated $10 in credits to someone who may just wander in from the public next week, and they may not have the money to buy plants. And so Emily says she got a cash donation also on today for people who may not be able to afford plants, because you get a lot of the neighborhood people who just come in out of curiosity, and they may decide they want to try to grow something, but they don't have the funds to purchase the plants. So I think the price was wonderful on the plants, because some of those plants there was huge. Those ground cherries, Diana, were as big as yours. So that shows the power of the greenhouse, because y'all, I had mine in the seed room, and I thought they were doing something in there. They lived, but they got some catching up to do, because the ground cherries that you planted out the other day versus the ground cherries in that greenhouse, that I seeded those myself. I transplanted those little seedlings myself. And if you had seen how big those things had gotten, I was actually proud, and they were so beautiful. And it was quite a few of them too. So, and then some other ground cherries, they started some more seeds too. So there were quite a few ground cherries. Okay, so this is what I got, y'all. First of all, this is called, I think she said it's called amaranth. Just look at that first video. But this, oops, I just spilled half the seeds, y'all. And you know I'm getting ready to sop these up. I don't want to lose a seed here. Okay. And my hands are so dirty. I just got through. I didn't put on my gloves, and I ended up mulching. But I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, I ended up getting, I got two of these are called Agi du Soleil. Agi du Soleil. This is a pepper, she explained, and they didn't have many of them. That's why they went for $2. And so I used two of my credits for the two. So actually I spent $7 because that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I got two of those bad boys. They're a sweet pepper out of Puerto Rico, and I understand they look just like a habanero, but they have no heat, and they are very sweet, and the Hispanic community uses these peppers in a lot of their dishes, and I was told that they're very delicious. So that's another variety of sweet pepper that I do not have that I decided to add to the repertoire. And then I got a King of the North. It's a red bell pepper. I got that one because I plan to buy some bell peppers from Pelly's. They're open now, but they won't start their plant sales until Memorial Day weekend, which is the weekend that I get paid, y'all. So I'm gonna get my herbs there, and I also plan to get some more peppers. I want some more sweet banana peppers and any other variety that I did not plant. I'm on this pepper kick. I got my collards replaced, y'all. So I ended up getting, actually this came for $1 and it was 2 plants, but it was still $1. And then she hooked me up with this purple basil. I was only supposed to get 1 plant, and Emily gave me the whole little plant. So I have 4 purple basils. And so like I said, when I go to Pelly's on the 24th, that Friday, I'm going to get my herbs, and I always plant my herbs up front in that planter that's right next to my front porch. So I will put my basil in there. I want to get creeping rosemary. Now, if I get the creeping rosemary, that's a perennial, so that's going to go here in the greenhouse, and that will go on one of the tables, probably the one down on the end, or this table here. But anyway, and then I'm going to get my regular rosemary, my regular thyme, and other stuff that I see. I probably won't get any more basil, but I wanted to try out that purple basil. Okay, so what I did today was I mulched all of my fruit bushes, and I decided to do that because I figured since they're perennials and they're going to remain in here, I'll just add a little mulch to kind of beautify them. So there's the blueberry, and it's going to help with the watering and keeping them moist. So I did them all. And you know, my strawberries were already mulched. I even did my prickly raspberry here. Okay, I did the grapevines. I mulched those. I hope they like mulch, because I didn't see anything about should you mulch grapevines or not, but I figured it can't hurt. So I mulched them up, and I think they look a lot better mulched. I did the other blueberry. And look at my lettuce, y'all. This is the lettuce that I said had succumbed. Remember? So, I mean, it's just getting larger and larger. It is thriving here in the greenhouse. Everything is, actually. I've been sounding like a parrot, just repeating myself over and over because I'm just so amazed at how everything is doing in here. I'm really amazed. My plants, you can tell, because I've been on here every doggone day, 3 times a day. My plants are starting to come over, so I'm gonna have to get the dirt filled in, because I said once they come over the top of the crate, I would put the dirt in to fill the crate up, you know, because they do need more soil. So it's almost time to do that already. Even my Crenshaw melon, look at it. I mean, everything. See, my little ground cherries and gooseberries, they're getting bigger though. I have to admit, they are getting bigger. My flowers. Oh, and the marigold is going to be moved. I was told to plant the marigold. She was like, because I told her I planted all my flowers together, the ones that I started. She said, stick that marigold in with the tomatoes. She said they pair very well. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that marigold out and I'm going to put it in with one of my tomato plants. Okay. I did switch over that doggone squash. So I put 2 in here, the 2 for my sisters that are looking good. I put those in there, and then I put 1 by itself there, and then of course that patty pan is by itself over there. But yep, so I figured 2 squashes could do good in 1 crate. It should be okay. I just need to add more dirt. Cubanelles are starting to take off. My bush beans still doing good. Look at those strawberries, y'all. I keep saying it's the star of the show. I think that's my plant of the year this year, because every year I have a plant of the year. And I think the strawberry, that, if y'all had seen that thing last year, it didn't do anything. It just looked dead. It looked sick. It didn't do nothing. So I didn't even bother with it. It got watered by the rain, okay? And that was it. And look at it this year. Just that little bit of berry tone did this just in a few days. Because y'all know this plant wasn't like this. You know, when I hit it, in fact, I'm gonna look back at the video myself because it's just amazing. Even these, you know, the ones that were left for dead. Now the dead ones are still dead. Then my thyme, that's a perennial. It came back this year. It's even doing good. Okay, so, and I'm starting row 4 because I've got those 5 plants there to put out. So, and I have 8 crates left, so it's getting crowded. So I am gonna have to go get some more crates. So I'm gonna end up with an extra row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 spots. So that's perfect. Okay, then I mulched my cherry trees. They look so much better mulched. And actually this tree is looking a lot better. The leaves did stress a little bit, but I hit it with some water, but it didn't stress that bad. Not as bad as I thought. As long as that cherry stay on there. Where you at, baby? There he is. Wait. There he is back there. Okay, so, but I mulched it up. I mulched up the blackberry bush, so that looks a little bit better. And I mulched up the other cherry tree. Okay, so, and then my peppers over here, the Jimmy Nardello, they're starting to take off, and she was telling me I need to get those peppers separated. So that's why I say I need at least 10 more crates, because I just threw all that stuff in 1 crate. I actually need to separate those peppers. I need to separate my okra. So, but what I'll do is I'll leave because I only have 3 of each. Well, 4 of each. I have 4 white okra, and then I have 4 of the jambalaya. So I'll keep 4 per crate, but I need to separate. 8 is too many, because we know that okra is going to get tall eventually once it really gets hot. And my diva cucumber, I'm gonna separate that out. So I keep saying I only need 10 crates. I probably need a few more than that. However many that my store has, I'm gonna get and just bring them here, because I can always store those in the shed or outside until they're needed. But anyway, yes, so this is what I got today. Those peppers look good. So I'm gonna plant them out on tomorrow. I'm gonna plant everything out on tomorrow, and then that'll be it. Then I'm gonna start working. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, I have to wait on the lawnmower because I need to order that part still, which I plan to do this evening. And I also need to get gas because I'm out of gas. So, in fact, I might go get the gas tomorrow. I meant to do that today, but I forgot the gas can. But, and then I might try to run it to see if I can try to get that front yard cut at least. And if it runs good, I'll work on the back until it conks out again, because it's looking bad. But this weekend, if it's not raining, well, Sunday's supposed to be a nice day. I plan to grill again. That's what I do every weekend. on Sundays for the summer. So I'll be grilling because I had meat left over from the pack I bought last week. Most of these stores sell family packs, so I have to spend more money. We have one store where they sell it by itself, and we no longer have any butchers where you can buy what you want to buy. So, you know, I'm stuck paying. So I just have the freezer bags and I freeze my meat. So I mean, I pay at the time that I pay, but it does help later because I don't have to buy anything this week. I'll go and get some veggie, you know, some vegetables for my veggie pack, and that'll be it to go with my meat. And then I might do a dessert. Oh, 2 more things, and I see I'm at 15 minutes already, so okay, this isn't a short video. I broke my promise. Let me get these out. I found these today. I forgot I had to bring my welcome sign. All that stuff was on the side there. I was like, let me bring this stuff in. So I brought this little shelf and stuck it behind the blueberry bush, and that's where I'm going to keep my worm bed, right there. These are 2 trellises that were hanging. One was hanging on the fence. So I'm going to hang it right here. I forgot to bring some yarn out to do that. This will go in. This is just a little short stick. I don't know where I'm gonna stick it yet, but it's gonna go somewhere to hold a plant. So for now, I'm gonna just stick it over here with my other sticks and stuff. But this one, I found this at Value World for 50 cents last year, and I hung it on the fence. So I'm gonna hang it from here, just like that, or at the back. And I'm gonna train that grapevine as it begins to vine out and get big. I'm gonna train it along this trellis and let it trellis up this heart. So let me set it here so I don't forget that I need to get my yarn out on tomorrow. And let's see, and I'm just resting now until 8 o'clock. It's about 7 now. So I'm just sitting out here resting. I brought my crocheting. I started on that blanket, so I've got orange and blue and green in it, and my next color is yellow, so it's coming along pretty good. Okay, and I love the bright colors. Y'all know I like bright. And then what's the other thing? Oh, I know what I meant to tell y'all. I stepped on the scale today. I was like, let me see how much I weigh, because I hadn't stepped on the scale. It's been about a good 2.5, 3 months. Because when I last went to the doctor, I stepped on that scale, and when he told me I was back up to 200, I'm gonna tell y'all what I weighed last time when I was at the doctor. I weighed 236, and I was so crushed because it's nobody's fault but mine, because I spent the winter eating Christmas crack every day, making a cake every week after I discovered that rum vanilla. What else? Cookies. Y'all know, because I was in the winter when y'all first met me, and I was throwing down. Well, I shot up to 236 pounds. And so when I went to the doctor at the beginning of March, when he told me that, I was like, oh Lord, I done really messed up. Because you know, at one time, I told y'all before, my highest weight ever was 283 pounds. And boy, when I tell you, I was a butterball, couldn't hardly do nothing. So I knew I had to do something about that. But then I ended up getting diagnosed with the Crohn's colitis, and eventually ended up having to get the ostomy. When I had that ostomy surgery with those complications that I had, I went down to 186. You couldn't tell me nothing either. Couldn't tell me nothing. I was always up in the camera taking pictures every single hour, okay? Anyway, so after that, I gained back a little because, you know, my doctor said, you're going to have some bounce back. And so I actually felt better at 200, or like right under. So, and I held that for a long time. Then, you know, my first 21, 2, 3, my ostomy is 3 years old now. My first 2 years, I held pretty good. Usually I would fluctuate between 200 and 215-ish, and that was okay. That was fine. But then when my clothes started getting tight, I knew I was gaining. But I didn't know I had gained that much. So when that doctor told me I weighed 236, I was like, uh-oh, I'm back to butterball. Butterball heaven, okay? So anyway, I said, well, let me back up off the sweets and stuff. And although I still eat sweets, nothing like I was doing back this past winter. Okay, so today I'd step out of the shower and I was like, well, I've been doing all this work, moving, cutting grass. I've been just moving for the past couple of months here, uh, getting the exercise and not eating as much and things like that, and cutting back on things, eating more vegetables, drinking more water. So I was like, well, let me get on the scale because I should at least be the same weight, or I should have lost a pound or two. I stepped on that scale today, y'all, and guess what it said? In fact, I got off of it and got back on it just to make sure. That scale had me at 222. And my scale is precise to my doctor's scale. Now, mind you, I was naked when I weighed. And normally when I go to the doctor, I have on clothes. But my clothes aren't that doggone heavy. I mean, you add a pound or two, with the clothes. But that's it. So I've definitely lost. And I could feel that I had lost, too. Because my clothes started getting a little bit looser. A few things that I could no longer wear comfortably now fits me comfortably again. So slap me 5, y'all. 222. But nope, I still need to lose some more. I think this time I want to try to get back under 200. Especially since I'll be 60. May as well, huh? But anyway, so I'm rambling. We're at 21 minutes, so I'm going to get off of here. Just wanted to let you know how the day went, and everything is going good here on the Que-stead. So like I said, on Sunday while I'm grilling, I will be getting my furniture washed out there, getting my pads washed down, and I will get the umbrellas up and get that all set up and ready to go for the summer. And then by next week, well, that part, if I order it today, it's Friday, I should have it by Monday. So I will get the lawnmower fixed on Monday. That'll take about 20-30 minutes to do. And once it's fixed, then I'm ready to go. So I'll get the yard cut. And you all will see a different Que-stead at that point, because at that point, it'll look a lot better, more summery and all that stuff. And I didn't get the hot peppers today, y'all. And it's not that I forgot them. Well, actually, I forgot, but I had already donated the credits, so I didn't want to renege on her and say, oops, I forgot to get the hot peppers. So I'm going to just leave it be. I think I'm safe from the squirrels. Nothing out there for him to eat but the potatoes if he decides he wants to munch on that. And so far, so good. Nothing has bothered the potatoes, so we'll see how it all pans out. Okay, and I found out, Diana, I talked to Emily today about the garlic, and she said it's actually July harvest. She said you cut the shoots in June. She said shoots will come out. She's like, when the shoots come out, you cut the shoots, and then she said, and then you hit it with the fertilizer one last time. She said, and then in July, she said the last of the leaves will die off. She said then it will be ready to pull. So I'm glad I asked her about that because I had no idea. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here, and I will talk to you guys later. And may God bless you all. Bye-bye, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.